Hi there, everybody. My name is Jeremy. This is Red Beans Recording Modular, and today we're looking at the Patching Panda Etna filter. This is a 3-channel filter and amplitude circuit module that takes in 3 separate signals, passes them through 3 filters and 3 VCAs, and then exports them through either its own output or a mixed output. But before it does that, it passes through like these 8 stages here, and each stage can have different resonance, frequency, amplitude, and glide settings. The frequencies and amplitudes can be different for each one of the inputs. I know that sounds weird, but here's what it sounds like real quick so you can get a sense of what we're going to be dealing with. It's really a lot easier if I just kind of like show you how this works. So let's get started, all right? I have 3 inputs coming into Etna. First one is Osiris. So let's go ahead and record something with that into the Hermod so that we can at least have some note information from that. If I come over here and turn down the freak all, like that, that's going to turn down every single filter's frequency all at once. If I turn down these individual ones here, these are for each individual filter. So we have places for CV modulation of each individual filter. We can modulate all of the frequencies at once, and then we can set a stage for each one. Over here, we have resonance, very juicy and colorful. And then we have amplitude, all right? So now what we can do is get a clock into our clock input here and start moving through our stages and create new stages for this thing. It's like a sequencer, basically, for the filter. So here, I'm going to turn all this down. So this will be stage 1. Stage 2, I'll go like this. Stage 3, right here. Glide up for that one. Stage 4. Like this. And this is going to give you a good enough sense of what's going on here, enough for us to get a clock. So I have a clock going in here. It's going to do a pattern from our friend, the constellation over here. I'm going to set this up to be just 16th right now. So let's turn this all the way up. So now when I hit play, get this right at the beginning again. Those 4 stages that we set up are now being sequenced through. And we can do this with any kind of rhythm we want. And you can see that there's visual feedback for each one. So let's go ahead and push the edit all button. And I'm going to turn all 3 of these all the way up, turn this all the way down like this. And now basically what's happened is every single step for every single thing that I touched is now like set where it is. So this is how we're going to be able to go to the other the other voices here and get them recorded in. So I have on the second, I have Laquelic, and on the third, I have Manus and Terratos from Noise Engineering. So let's go ahead and get something going in. We'll go over to Manus and Terratos. All right, cool. So now we have these 3 sequences all going into here. They're all coming out and going into Ghost, which we can hear a little bit if we want to. But right now, we'll keep that dry. Okay, So now what I can do is I'm going to turn off edit all, and I'm going to let this come around like this. Well, let's turn it up to 16. Oh, it already is. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to start playing with these. So what I just did is, as that went around, I recorded a new frequency step for each one, which I think is really, really cool. Well, excuse me, not just frequency, resonance, amplitude, and glide. So on top of all that, if I was to take these like down like this, I could then pass another modulation signal into frequency modulation, or frequency all, or FM. I have a quibble right here. So let's do that. It's going to give us an insane amount of movement with this. How fucking cool is that? Like, all of that movement that we're getting from these three now, which I think is awesome. So this gives us an incredible amount of movement through these filters. We also have the ability to change them between low pass, band pass, and high pass. I like low pass for what we're doing right now, but we will get into using band pass in a couple things. We're going to do a couple other interesting pads with these. Pads? Patches. I don't know why I use words sometimes. Okay, so one thing I would say about this is, if I was to speed this up, we can get some really cool, like, techno kind of feel from this. I'm gonna come over here, give us a 4 on the floor bass drum. So let's go ahead and bring this all the way up so you can hear what we just recorded. Oh, that's what it sounds like without any filter movement. It's kind of chaotic, it's kind of a lot. But we start messing with these. We get this whole new groove locked on top of it. And I can come over here and add more filter modulator if I want to. And we get this really, really cool sequence that is a combination of our notes and these filters just going wild. And you can just play this. If you just want something like in all the time, you just kind of like wiggle it around the top. So that is an intro to Etna. I've got some other patches I'd like to show you that we are going to get into now, but hopefully that makes sense. Put signals in here, that go through a filter, an amplitude stage. Those can be sequenced using our sequencer right here, which moves around via a clock. There is a position input we'll probably end up using. And what else do we got? The frequency off. And then individual CV for each filter. And resonance. And then, yeah, it's filters. It's everything you would want for a filter and more. So let's go ahead and set up another patch, and we will get to know it a bit more. Yeah. Okay, we're back. So what I have now is 3 sort of long instruments. I have the siren oscillator here. Any reverb you hear is coming from Ghost, by the way. I have our friend, the ensemble oscillator here. And I have just a drone from Kroon. Good old Kroon. So what I wanted to show you is with these 3 drones, how we can use Etna to create new patterns. So let's turn up our clock over here, this one. Make sure it's on 16th notes, and I think you know how this is going to sound, but, you know, just because we're doing a demo, let's go ahead and mess around. Now, there are different ways that this little sequencer here will play. So by pressing this, I change between forward, backwards, and random. You can also change the number of steps, which is very, very useful. Let's turn the filter all down and get some filter movement going on. Set up a little lead voice real quick. I just feel like playing along with this. I think it's cool as hell. So by manipulating this in real time, changing our clock, we get a huge variety of like brand new rhythms. Like this is driving our entire track, just drones through here, getting rhythmically adjusted. Let me change the timing on this real quick. Really cool rhythms that just like continue to morph and change as you start to interact and add more or less notes to your clock. All right, that's demo number 2. That one was like, was I seriously recording for like 25 minutes? This thing is hypnotic. It's really, really fun to see how the interactions, when you just kind of mash with the sliders, is going to have an effect on your mix. It's cool. I like it. Let's do another one, should we? We probably should. Hey everybody, since this is unpatched real quick, let me show you some of the digital control parts of this, because I want to make sure that I don't miss them in like getting lost in performances, and they are important for you to know. So if we press and hold this for 3 seconds, we will get to clock divisions. This will divide the clock coming in, which is good, because what I did find when I was trying to send it like a really slow clock at like 65 or 70 BPM, it wasn't really able to understand the clock was there. So you're probably going to want to send it like a 16th note clock, and then you can divide down here if you want to. Let's see, what else? When the edit all button is on, pressing the play button changes the play direction to pendulum, random, or forward, which is great. These are actually referred to as snapshots, and when you put a reset signal in, it will return to the snapshot that is considered 1. We've talked about the edit all button affecting all the snapshots at the same time, which is very, very useful. If we go like this, then we can edit the snapshot even if this is all playing. So earlier I was like going and just mashing on these and allowing them to change the snapshot as it went around. But if it's green, you can edit one snapshot at a time while still in play, which is pretty damn cool. While in play mode, pushing the encoder down changes what the encoder will do. So if I am in green mode like this, this is edit, and then this is how many snapshots there's going to be. You can see that we are moving through the length right here. And that's what the length CV input does as well. This will adjust. I can probably show you this actually. There we go. So now we're adjusting the length of the snapshot thing. So if I turn this up, we can go super fast. Woo! Yeah. If we are in play mode, if we were to put a CV into position, we would offset what's being played. And if we aren't in play mode, then this now controls where we are in the thing. So that's like almost audio rate there. Probably is audio rate. This will accept audio rate. I can take any oscillator here and stick this in here, which, you know, maybe we'll try in a smidge. So that's the controls. I just wanted you to see it without any, without anything plugged into it, so you could get a sense of what that was and also understand how the digital stuff works. So when talking to Patching Panda about how to show off this module, one of the things that they did was send over some patch suggestions, and some of them are really, really cool. Some of them I would not have thought about doing. And this is kind of one of them. This is a Buchla style, what do they call it exactly? A Buchla 291 patch style. Well, what we've done is we've taken the same signal, which is coming out of the Laquelic iteratus percedo here, and we have split it between 3 different filters, low pass, band pass, and high pass. So that's getting split, and then we're going to animate those as the sequence plays. So make sure I've got record over here, hit play. So the first thing we want to do is make a sequence, all right? So let's mess with our amplitudes first. Okay, great. Turn the glide up. Now I'm going to use the clock dividing thing that we talked about earlier by holding this down. And divide the heck out of this clock. Yeah, it's so juicy. It's cool as hell. All right, I'm going to go over to my second voice here and play along. Okay, cool. So that was a Buchla style patch where we split the frequencies up into low pass, band pass, high pass. Let's do another patch. I'm having a lot of fun. Do you want to go another one? We should do another one. Let's just do another one. Come on, let's do it. Oh, hi there. It's the next day, and I have put on a sweatshirt. Good morning. In this demo, we're going to be sending 3 channels from the Modbap Trinity, which is a synthetic percussion synthesizer thing, into our 3 channels of Etna. I should probably put some stuff on that, huh? 3 channels of percussion. I'm going to hit play so you can hear what they sound like. So the drums you're hearing right now are coming from the VPM and QD. We'll get more into that later. But here's what the 3 channels of the Trinity sound like. So 3 pretty intense sets of electronic techno percussion. And what we're going to do is use Etna to sequence these and create a groove from these constantly full 16th note things using amplitude modulation and maybe a little bit of filter modulation. So let's give it a go. I'm going to turn off edit all. So now as the thing goes around, wherever I put the slider is where it'll be for that step. Already, we have a groove. And of course, if I come over to here and press, there he is. With play mode on and edit all on, hitting play will move this around in the play direction of the snapshot. That's badass, honestly. Yeah. I love that. A lot of techno just has these really, really solid, cool, locked, like 1 bar or half bar grooves, and that's what we got here. Now we're modulating the frequency as well, and we get a whole new different groove, which is frankly fucking cool. Yeah. Fuck yes. Send me to Bird Game. I'm ready to go. Fuck. Oh my God. That is truly disgusting. So we can get a lot with this sequencing concept, and then the filtering adds a whole nother layer. Ooh. That's disgusting. Oh my God. Fucking Christ. Absolutely filthy. I love it so fucking much. All right. Maybe one or two more. All right. Let me get set up for the next one. And go. So for this one, what we're doing is we're taking drums out of Trinity again, the same thing we used for the last demo. And we're putting them, all three outputs of Trinity, all three drum engines, into individual inputs. And then we're taking the three individual outs and we're spreading those out to different effects processors. So let me hit record over here and we will go ahead and I'll show you what's going on here. Basically, we're going to create a amplitude and frequency split that goes out to different effects processors and processes our drums through that sequence that we create through Etna. So let's give it a try. Okay, so these are the drums coming out of Trinity. Let me turn each one up and down. So that's our kick drum, so to speak. That's going into Ghost. Next up is a snare sound. This is going into Data Bender, followed by Magneto. Excuse me, Starlab. Magneto's next to it. You don't expect me to say words correctly. That's stupid. And then our third channel here is going into the Mod Map Meridian filter, followed by Vimeo. So let's see what kind of chaos we can get up to with this sequence. I have another drum line right here. This other drum line here is coming from the key D, so this will not change, but the other one will. All right, so let's get going. I'm gonna turn on the other drum line for first, right there. There we go. Okay. Pretty cool. So that is qubit surface, and every single time I hit a key, I have it running into rand step and then into the model input here. So every step is a different selection of the model in here. So we're getting this cool sort of IDMe feel from that. All right, let's play with our effects a bit more over here. Sweet. I'm going to set up one little outro patch, and we'll just go over the features one more time, and that'll be it. It's been a long video, but that's just how Etna do. Etna is a very capable, fun device, and I hope you see why. I really like this beat. I just kind of want to live in this beat for a while. Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop now, I promise. All right, kids, we are at the end of our demo for Etna. I have another patch set up with the sort of pad sensibility that we did earlier. It's all coming out of the Siren oscillator. We're splitting it out into 3 outputs that are going to various effects. So it's kind of a combination of one of the first patches and then the last patch that we did. So let's get play, and I'll just, again, walk you through what Etna does as a sort of last looks, I guess. Okay, so we have 3 inputs. All 3 of those inputs have their own filter, and each has its own amplitude. And those can be sequenced in these snapshots here. So let's go ahead and bring in our first one. Turn off edit all. So that is a continuous drone that is now being sequenced. Each of the filters can have low pass, band pass, or high pass as their mode. The second one here is band pass. We can also sequence the resonance. And then this third one here is in high pass mode. So we can use it to do creative mixing, filtering. We can turn drones into these awesome rhythmic affairs, split it out to different effects. I think it's really, really cool. I think that it's probably worth it for his HP because it has like every single control on there that you would hope, and almost every CV input. The lack of amplitude input is a little sad because we could do interesting things with like envelopes there. But it is what it is. It's not bad at all. I really, really like it. I'm just babbling right now. I think we can probably finish this up. I'm gonna go play some piano over this while the credits roll. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Patching Panda for sponsoring this video. And that's it. My name is Jeremy. This is Redbeast Recording. Kiss your cats right on the lips.